node. Why we are saying it is a node? How many elements are connected? R1 is connected, R2 is connected, R3 is connected. R1 is connected, R2 is connected, R3 is connected. So at the node, algebraic summation of currents is equal to 0. Or the other definition is, at the node, algebraic summation of currents entering towards the node. Algebraic summation of currents entering towards the node is equal to algebraic summation of the currents leaving from the node. Okay. So if we draw the direction of currents, so I1, it is I2, it is I3. Okay. Now at this node, what are the currents are entering towards the node? I1 is entering towards the node. Only I1. I1 is entering towards the node. It is coming towards the node. I1 is entering. Which currents are leaving from the node? From the node. So I2 is leaving from the node. I1 is leaving. So algebraic summation of currents entering towards the node is equal to algebraic summation of the currents leaving from the node. So it is, so here entering is I1, leaving is I2 plus I3. So I1 is equal to I2 plus I3. Algebraic summation of currents entering towards the node is equal to algebraic summation of currents leaving from the node. Okay. So by applying mathematics, so it will become I1 minus I2 minus I3 is equal to 0. Okay. If you want to write down as a point formula of currents, okay, KCL, sigma K is equal to 1 to N, Ik is equal to 0. So I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4 as on In. Add the all currents, it will become 0. Okay, as the case of this one. So say the same way, voltage KVL is sigma, same K is equal to 1 to N, Vk is equal to 0. This is a point formula of KVL. So KVL point formula and KCL point formula. It is a 1 mark question. Write down the point formula of KVL. Sigma K is equal to 1 to N, Vk is equal to 0. Write down the point formula of KCL. Sigma K is equal to N, Ik is equal to 0. Or you can write V1 plus V2 plus V3 and so on, Vn is equal to 0. I1 plus I2 plus I3 and so on is equal to 0. This is about KCL and KVL. Okay. For 2 marks, only statement is enough. For long answer question, you have to consider one circuit. You have to explain about this circuit and write down the formula. Okay. So this is about Kirchhoff laws. Okay. You understand now? KVL applicable to loop. Voltage loop. KCL applicable to node. At a node, it is applicable to only node. Loop means KVL, node means KCL. Okay, so KCL applicable to node. Okay, so we have to apply this formula for the node. KVL is applicable to, we have to apply KVL for loop. How many loops are there? 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, you have to apply KVL. So in a closed loop, algebraic summation of voltage is equal to 0. At a node, algebraic summation of currents is equal to 0. Okay, right. So this is about the 2 laws, KVL, KCL. Now we'll solve this problem by using or by applying these laws. Okay, the method is called mesh analysis. Mesh analysis. Okay. Mesh analysis, or the other name is loop analysis. So mesh analysis or loop analysis can be applicable to any type of circuit, whether it is consisting of any type of element, small circuit, big circuit, which may consisting of 2 voltage, single voltage, which may consisting of any number of elements. Okay, whether it is complex, whether it is having even inductor and capacitor also. So we can apply, there is no limitation of application of this mesh analysis. We can apply any type of circuit. There is no limitation. Okay, the circuit may be complex. The circuit may be very, very big circuit. You can apply mesh analysis. Okay, so kindly we'll learn this one. Okay, first to write down the, listen, write down, and we'll do the problem parallelly. Okay, for steps to solve, you take one page, and after that, second page, parallelly we'll do the problem. What are the, just we note down the problem that it requires 2 pages. This requires only 5 or 6 steps. Okay, we'll do now. Okay. Right. So here, so the question is, okay, for any circuit we have to find out the, for any circuit we have to find out the required value. For example, this problem, calculate current through 4 ohm resistor. Calculate current through 4 ohm resistor by using mesh analysis, like this. Otherwise, calculate, maybe calculate voltage across 3 ohm resistor. Calculate voltage across 3 ohm resistor. Okay, so you may ask anything. Calculate power absorbed by the 4 ohm resistor. So you have to apply mesh analysis. Irrespective of what they are asking, whether they are asking current, whether they are asking voltage, whether they are asking power, you have to apply mesh analysis. Okay, now we'll see, okay, step by step procedure to solve the mesh analysis problem. Okay, there you write down steps to solve the mesh analysis. Steps to solve the mesh analysis. So it is available in the notes, but even though you write down here. Okay, steps to solve the mesh analysis. Okay, now for this problem, okay, by using mesh analysis, we are finding any one parameter. We are not worrying about which parameter we are finding. What is the current in 4 ohm? What is the current in 3 ohm? What is the current in 1 ohm or 5 ohm? Irrespective of what they are asking, you have to apply mesh analysis. This is compulsory. Okay, right. So now, first step, first listen, first step. So in above problem, how many loops are there? In above problem, how many loops are there? 2 loops. Yes, 2 loops are there. 2 loops are there. So you draw that loops. Otherwise, I am drawing here. As a rough, you can draw. As a rough, it is not an answer. You can draw here 2 loops, rough. Okay. It is not answer. Why? Because we should not divide this individual loops. For your understanding purpose, you draw the 2 loops here. Okay. So first loop is 10 voltage source, one resistor is that 1 ohm, and then 3 ohm over. So this is first loop. Yes, this is first loop. Okay, how much it is? 3 ohm. This is, you can call it as loop 1. Yes, name it as like this. It is rough, not answer. Okay, you have to write down here only. It is for your understanding purpose. How can you see the loop 1? How it look like? Loop 2 in above diagram. Loop 2. So loop 2 is 20 voltage source and 5 ohm, 3 ohm, and 4 ohm. So here it is also clockwise direction only, clockwise direction. Okay, I am starting here, 5 ohm resistor, 20 voltage source, 4 ohm and 3 ohm. 5 ohm resistor, 20 voltage source, 4 ohm and 3 ohm. It is a loop. It is a loop. Okay, I have redrawn the circuit as a separate loops. As a rough, it is not answer. Okay, don't divide. Don't divide. But your understanding purpose, you are dividing. Okay, all right. So by seeing these diagrams, by seeing these loops, which element is common for both loops? 3 ohm. Yes. So 3 ohm is available for loop 1, 3 ohm is available for loop 2. Yes. Now only loop 1 elements are only loop 1 elements. Only loop 1 elements. You can write here. Only loop 1 elements are 10 voltage source, 1 ohm. Only loop 2 elements, 5 ohm, 20 voltage source, and a 4 ohm. Okay. Only loop 1 element, only loop 2 elements. Then the common element, where is the common element? 3 ohm. So 3 ohm is a common element. Okay. For common elements, common current will flow. For individual elements, only loop 1 elements, loop 1 current. We are saying that is a loop 1. Is loop 1, naming as loop 1. We are naming as loop 2. Loop 1 means name it as I1 current. Loop 2 currents, name it as loop 2 current. Common current, it may be either of both. That is I1 and I2. We don't know the formula I1 plus I2, I1 minus I2, I2 plus I1, or I2 minus I1. We'll find out. So in common element, common current will flow. Why? Because two currents are there. In loop 1 current is flowing. In loop 2 current is flowing. Okay. Loop 1 current, loop 1 current, loop 2 current. Here, two currents will flow. Two currents will flow. Okay. That is combination of I1, combination of I2 current will flow. So maybe you can add both currents, I1 plus I2, or maybe I1 minus I2, maybe I2 minus I1, maybe I2 plus I1. We don't know. We'll find out that one. Okay. So this is rough. Okay. Now, so here, see, step 1 is how many loops are there? Number of loops is equal to 2. Number of loops is 2. It means which is equal to number of equations. Number of equations, which is equal to number of unknowns. Okay. So step 1 is identify the number of loops present in a given problem. Step 1 is identify the number of loops present in a given problem. Okay. So number of loops is equal to number of equations. For example, a problem consisting of 2 loops, we have to get 2 equations. Okay, 2 equations we have to get. And we have to get 2 unknowns. Number of equations is equal to number of unknowns. How many unknowns you will get? 2 unknowns. What are they? They are always, this is the mesh analysis. So this one is nothing but unknowns are always currents. That is I1, I2, I3, and so on. And so on. So in mesh analysis, unknowns are always currents. I1, I2, I3, I4, I5, and so on. Okay. So this is the first step. So for a given problem, what you have to do? First of all, you have to identify how many loops are present. How many loops are present? Why? Because if you are unable to find out how many loops are there, then you are unable to get the equations. For example, a problem consisting of 3 loops. You are saying that only 2 loops are there. You will solve only, you will get only 2 loops, 2 equations. 2 unknowns you are saying, but that above problem consisting of, for example, 3 loops. You have to get 3 loops, but 2 equations you are saying. You will write the 2 equations. You are solving 2 equations, but you have to get the 3 unknowns. Only you will get 2 unknowns, and your problem is wrong. Okay. So step 1 is okay. So write down that one. Write down step 1. Step 1. Did you written that one? Steps to solve the mesh analysis for a given problem. Did you written? Yes, write down below that one. Step 1. Step 1. Identify the number of loops present in a circuit. Identify the number of loops present in a circuit. Identify the number of loops present in a circuit. Okay. Below write down number of loops is equal to number of equations. Number of loops is equal to number of equations, which is equal to means again equal to number of unknowns. Number of unknowns. Number of loops is equal to number of equations is equal to number of unknowns. So there you write down in mesh analysis. In mesh analysis, always unknowns are in mesh analysis. Always unknowns are currents. In mesh analysis, always unknowns are currents. Currents. That is I1, I2, I3, and so on. Okay. So this is the first step. So we have to identify how many loops are there. So then we will get one brief idea. Okay, but for above problem, I have to get two equations. I have to solve these two equations. I will get two unknowns. The two unknowns are I1 and I2. Okay, right. Second step. After identification of number of loops present in a above circuit, second step is, see here, for the voltage source, we are having plus symbol and minus symbol. For voltage source, we are having plus and minus symbol. Okay. So here for the resistor, is there any symbol is there? Plus and minus. For the resistor, plus and minus symbol is there? No. Okay. Now, second step is, okay, we have to assign the plus and minus symbol. Okay. I will tell that, explain that one. I will explain. Okay. We have to assign plus and minus symbol for the elements by traveling in a clockwise direction. Okay, for the elements which doesn't have plus and minus symbol. Okay, it means see here, loop 1, this one is a loop 1, is a loop 2. So loop 1, I am assigning plus and minus symbol for the individual elements, the elements which doesn't have plus and minus symbol. Okay, see, clockwise direction, by traveling in a clockwise direction, plus. Before the element plus, after the element minus, plus, minus. Over. Minus plus is there for voltage source, no need to assign again. Only one time. If plus and minus symbol is not there, you assign. By traveling in a clockwise direction, not zigzag manner. Plus, minus, plus, minus. Even if resistor is there below, you assign plus and minus. For the voltage source, already plus and minus is available. Okay, right. First is over. First loop is over. Plus and minus I have assigned. Okay, second loop. By traveling in a clockwise direction, assign plus and minus symbol for the individual elements, the elements which doesn't have plus and minus symbol. Okay, it means see, plus, minus. Already for the 20 voltage source, plus minus is available, no need to assign again. Then plus, minus. Already for 3 ohm, already there, minus, plus. Yes, no need to assign again. Loop 1 is over. Then loop 2. Over. So assigning of plus and minus for the loop 1 and loop 2 is over. Yes. So this is the second step. You understand? You understand how we are assigning? Okay, this is 10 volts plus minus 1 ohm, 3 ohm. I'm redrawing this circuit here, loop 1. Assign plus sign minus symbol for the individual elements. The elements which doesn't have plus sign minus symbol. By traveling in a clockwise direction for loop 1. After that, loop 2. Then loop 3. Okay. So traveling in a clockwise direction. Plus, minus, plus, minus. Already minus plus is there. No need to assign again. Okay, over. Assigning of plus and minus is over for the elements. All the elements for loop 1 is over. And then go for loop 2. Loop 2. Where is the loop 2? Is the loop 2. 5 ohm, 20 voltage source, plus and minus 4 ohm. Okay. So here for the second loop 1 is over. Already we assigned plus and minus symbol for individual elements by traveling in a clockwise direction. First loop is over. Then you move to the second loop. By traveling in a clockwise direction, you assign plus and minus symbol. Plus, minus. Already there, no need to assign. Plus, minus. For already 3 ohm, already minus plus is there. The elements which doesn't have plus and minus symbol, you have to assign. Not for all. So by traveling in a clockwise direction. Okay. So this is the second step. Do you understand now? If you are unable to understand, I will repeat. Okay. So same thing I have done here. Same thing I have done. Okay. Write down that one as a statement. It is the same way you do this problem in the next page. I said. Second page you do. Write down the steps here. Second page, the write down solution. You remodify the circuit as like this. You reprint everything. Okay. Right. Second step. Assign plus and minus symbol for individual elements. Assign plus and minus symbol for individual elements by traveling in a clockwise direction. By traveling in a clockwise direction. మెల్లిగమ్మా ఏమైంది? ఇప్పుడే తినొచ్చావు కాబట్టి ఎనర్జీ వచ్చిందా? అది ఎనర్జీ వస్తే బాగుంటుంది కానీ నిద్ర వస్తే కష్టం. ఓకే రైట్. Assign plus and minus symbol for the elements. Okay, assign plus and minus symbol for the elements by traveling in a clockwise direction. By traveling in a clockwise direction for the elements doesn't have plus and minus symbol. For the loop 1. And loop 2 and loop 3 and so on. Okay. So I repeat. Assign plus and minus symbol for individual elements or for the elements. The elements which doesn't have plus and minus symbol by traveling in a clockwise direction for the loop 1 and loop 2, loop 3 and so on. Okay. So here after completion of second steps, did we assign everything here? For every element plus and minus symbol is available now. Voltage source is available, resistor is available, plus and minus symbol is available. Okay. Second step is over. Okay. And you draw this circuit. Okay. And you do the circuit in the problem. Okay. Next. Now I said rough you written. In a rough you written. Okay. Which are individual elements? Individual elements for loop 1? Loop 1 individual elements 10 and 1 ohm. Okay, loop to individual elements. 5, 24. So in this loop 1 individual element, individual current is flowing. How much here? I1 current will flow. Loop 1, I1. Loop 2, I2. Okay. So here, so loop 1 is, this one is the loop 1. So in this loop 1, only individual elements are 1 ohm and 10 volts. So clockwise direction current will flow. How much current? I1 current is flowing. Okay. Second loop. Second loop. Second loop. Individual elements are I2 current will flow. I2 current is flowing in 5 ohm, 20 voltage source and 4 ohm. So what is the current in 1 ohm? I1. What is the current in 10 voltage source? I1. What is the current in 5 ohm? I2. What is the current in 20 voltage source? I2. What is the current in 4 ohm? I2. Okay. So in individual elements, individual current will flow. For the common elements, common current will flow. What is the meaning of common? Because of the element, 3 ohm element, which is available for loop 1 as well as loop 2. Okay, same. So 3 ohm, red color, loop 1, blue color, loop 2. So both currents will flow. Okay, both current will flow. Okay, so how much current is flowing now? It is a combination of two currents. That is loop 1 current, that is I1, or and loop 2 current, I2. I1, I2 current is flowing now in a loop 2. So how much flowing? I1 plus I2, I1 minus I2, I2 plus I1, or I2 minus I1. We don't know. Now apply KCL for at a node. Apply KCL at a node. So it is a node. Now I am drawing here for your understanding purpose. Okay, for your understanding purpose, here 1 ohm, 3 ohm, 5 ohm. Here is a node. We don't know how much current is flowing here. Ix. Is it downward? Is this current is downward here? Yes. Why? Because loop 1 current, how it will flow? Clockwise direction. Clockwise direction current will flow. Clockwise direction current will flow. So how the current is flowing in loop 1 like this? Current is always downward. How the current I1 flowing? How the current is flowing in I2? Yes. If you consider this node, at this node, apply KCL. What is KCL? At a node. At a node. Algebraic summation of currents entering towards the node is equal to algebraic summation of currents leaving from the node. Okay. So what are the currents are entering towards the node? Hello, sir. So I1 is the current which is entering towards the node is equal to algebraic summation of currents leaving. Which currents are leaving? current we require? Yes, you know, I1 current, I2 current, I1 minus I2 current. Yes. Now, after knowing the current and voltages, after knowing currents and voltages, how can you calculate power? What is the power equation? Otherwise, I will write here. What is the power equation? Power is equal to DC power. Okay, you can write three formulas. No need to get confused. V into I, R, I square R, V square by R. Okay, but generally we'll use this one. For any problem, we will use this one only. Why? Because it is easy to apply. So power is equal to I square R. Power is equal to I square R. So you know I, you know I, you know I, you know I, you know R. For every case, you know R. Yes, I square R. Okay, for example, here you need to find out the power absorbed by 3 ohm element. Power absorbed by 4 ohm element. What you have to do? Simple. I square R. What is the formula? Three formulas are there. You can use any one of the formula. Okay. Power absorbed by 3 ohm element. You can write like this. P of suffix 3 ohm is equal to I square R. What is the current in 3 ohm? I1 minus I2 square into R. I1 minus I2 already we have done here actually. I1 minus I2. Yes, how much? 2.82, 2.82, 2 into square into its resistance. How much? 3. 2.82 square into 3. So for any power, what you have to do? Current square into resistance. You know the value of current in individual element? You know the value of current in individual element. Yes? What is the current in 1 ohm? I1. I1 square into 3. Okay. You know the current in a 5 ohm? I2. I2 square into 5. You know the current in 4 ohm resistor? What is the current? I2. I2 square into 4. So what is the formula? I square R. For finding of power, I square R you have to use. VI is there, V square by R is there, I square by R is there. So we are doing mesh analysis, so better to use the formula of I square R. How much current is flowing in individual element? Square, current into square, current square into resistance. Okay. Now we'll do one more problem in the mesh analysis. Are you having any doubt? Amma? రాయలేదా? మరి ఎట్లా రాయకుంటే? రాయండి. Write down. Amma, no need to worry. Already I have shared the total notes of the first unit up to superposition theorem. Your respective mentor or any coordinator is there, na? That Sai sir is there, na? Sai is the coordinator for that. Okay. I have solved the mesh analysis problem 12. Here we are doing 2. Total 14 problems. So it is enough to solve the 14 problems by using mesh analysis to get the or to complete the semester exam. Okay, to get the knowledge about mesh analysis. Okay, solve that 14 problems. 2 already we are doing here. 12 problems. 12 problems. 12 problem means 12 plus 2, 14. 14 problems are enough. Okay, right. First you write down this. No need to find out. ఇవన్నీ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదమ్మా. ఏదన్నా ఒకటే అడుగుతాడు క్వశ్చన్లో. ఏం అడుగుతాడు? ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, determine the current through any one element. Current through 4 ohm resistor by using mesh analysis. That's all. So you have to find out I1 and I2. Then after that, simply what is the current? 4 ohm resistor I2. After calculating I1 and I2, you say the current through 4 ohm resistor is I2. Like that you have to say. Current through current through anyone. Okay, or he may ask about voltage also. By using mesh analysis, determine the voltage across 5 ohm resistor, like that. Voltage means current into resistance. Okay, current means directly you are obtained I1 and I2, I1 minus I2. Okay, right. Is over. Next we will do another problem. You have to do, not myself, you have to do, try to complete that one. How many of you having a scientific calculator? Only 2 members as of now. How many? Raise your hand. Scientific calculator, not general store calculator. Do you know general store calculator? Which is having only plus, minus, and MC and memory, close memory open. Multiplication, division, that's all. But scientific calculator is required. Why? I will tell. First we will do this one and then we'll use the scientific calculator. Okay? Right. Write down, calculate or determine current through 7 ohm resistor by using mesh analysis. The question is determine current through 7 ohm resistor by using mesh analysis. This is V 30 voltage. Okay, 30 voltage. Determine the current through 7 ohm resistor by using mesh analysis. Now you tell me equation 1 and equation 2. Otherwise, you tell me what is the value of I1 and I2. So for the given problem, what we have to do? Step 1, identify number of loops present in a above given for a given problem. Okay, how many loops are there? 2 loops are there. How many loops? 2 loops. How many equations you will get? 2 equations. Okay, how many unknowns you will get? 2 unknowns. What are they? Always the for mesh analysis, I1, I2, and so on. Here 2 means I1 and I2. This is the step 1. After this, what you have to do? Assign plus and minus symbol for individual elements. Okay, which one is loop 1? Let us assume it is loop 1. It is loop 2. In a clockwise direction. Assign plus and minus symbol for individual elements. Assign plus and minus symbol for individual elements by traveling in a clockwise direction. The elements which doesn't have plus and minus symbol. Okay. Plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. Okay. Then first loop is over. Second loop, plus, minus, plus, minus. Okay. You do. So after assigning plus and minus symbol, what you have to do? You have to assign currents in the circuits. Individual elements, individual current. That is I1, I2. Common element, common current. That may be unknown. Generally, you know that here I1 minus I2 will flow. In 2 ohm resistor, 2 ohm resistor, how much current is flowing? I1 minus I2 current will flow. Okay. So individual elements are for the loop 1, 3 ohm, 30 ohm, 1 ohm. Individual elements for only individual elements. 5 ohm, 7 ohm. So in 5 ohm, 7 ohm, how much current is flowing? I2. Okay, represent here I1. Here I2. Here I1 minus I2 will flow. Yes. So assigning of plus and minus is over. Assigning of currents in individual elements also over. Okay. He is asking about current through 7 ohm resistor. How much current now? I2 current. How can we get I2 value? By solving the equations. How many equations will get? 2 equations. Write down the equation 1 for loop 1. Write down the equation 2 for loop 2. Solve these 2 equations, you will get I1 and I2. Write down equation 1 now. Write down equation 1. అప్పుడే అలసిపోయినట్టున్నారు అందరూ. ఎనర్జీ డ్రింక్ కావాలా ఏంది? బ్రేక్ కావాలా? వద్దులే, మీకు ఎక్కువైపోతుంది బ్రేక్. ఓకే, విల్ టేక్ బ్రేక్ at 3 o'clock, not now. 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. For 5 minutes, 3 o'clock we'll take break. So after completion of this problem, we'll move to the next, that one superposition theorem. Okay, we'll do 2 problems on superposition theorem. Okay. అమ్మ కంగారు ఏం లేదు, నేను ఆల్రెడీ నియర్లీ ఒక 20 ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఇచ్చాను విత్ సొల్యూషన్ విత్ ఆన్సర్స్ విత్ సాల్వింగ్ ఆల్సో. సో కైండ్లీ లర్న్ దట్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్, kindly practice that problems, 20 problems. It is more enough to go through the exam. Okay na? Right. First you learn the concept, no need to by heart. What is the first equation, you tell me? What is the first equation? I have already represented everything. Write down first equation. Tell me now. అమ్మ నేను కష్టపడి హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి వచ్చా. హైదరాబాద్లో ఫుల్ వర్షము, వచ్చే ట్రైన్ క్యాన్సిల్ అయిపోయింది. బస్సుకు వచ్చాం, నిద్ర లేదు, ఏం లేదు. నిన్న 5 గంటల వరకు తీసుకున్నా, ఈరోజు తీసుకుంటున్నా. మేము ఇంత కష్టపడితే నీకు ఇంట్రెస్ట్ లేకుంటే ఎట్లా? ఎగ్జామ్ ఎవరు పాస్ కావాలి? నేనా? ఐ హావ్ టు రైట్ డౌన్ ది ఎగ్జామ్ అగైన్ అగైన్ అగైన్. ఎవరు పాస్ కావాలి, నువ్వా నేనా? మరి అప్పుడే అలసిపోతే ఎట్లా? You have to pass the exam, you have to get the percentage, you have to get the job, not myself. What is the first equation, you tell me? ఏంటమ్మా మీరు ఎవరు రాయట్లేదా? ఏం చేస్తున్నారు మీరు? రాయి, ఫస్ట్ ఈక్వేషన్ ఏంటో చెప్పు. What is the first equation? 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 What is the What is the first equation? Huh? Yes, did you got this equation? If you are able to get this equation, then okay, you understood the mesh analysis. Otherwise, no. See, plus I1 into 3 plus 2 into I1 minus I2 plus 10 plus I1 into 1 minus 30 is equal to 0. So 3I1 plus 2I1 minus 2I2 plus 10 plus I1 minus 30 is equal to 0. Then after this, that is the answer. After this. If you are unable to write down the equation, kindly ask me. Current into resistance, current into resistance. Second equation. Second equation, you tell me. Okay, second equation. Final equation you are telling, but I am writing. Plus, okay, for loop 2. Five into I2 plus 7 into I2 minus 10 minus I1 minus I2 into 2 is equal to 0. So 5I2, 7I2, 7I2, that is 12I2, 12I2 and plus 2, 14I2 minus 2I2 minus 10 is equal to 0, equation 2. Okay? 14I2 minus 2I1 minus 10 is equal to 0. This is second equation. Amma, don't become Xerox machine. Kindly understand the problem. Kindly understand the problem and write down. Okay? Good morning. Good morning, sir. Okay, okay, sir. Thank you.
Good afternoon. So, 27 days of kite journey. Adjusted? Adjusted? Still not adjusted. Not adjusted, I can't help you. I'll give you certificates. Go and search for other college. Adjusted, we'll continue our journey for next 4 years. Yellow shirt, no cross-talking, please. Mire. Yellow shirt. So what I want to tell all of you is, I thank Sir Praveen sir. I thank Praveen sir. I know sir from last 2 years. Sir last year taught our senior students also this very important subject BEEE. All problematic points, whatever sir has given his best inputs to the students. Sir has traveled all the way from Hyderabad to sacrificing his Saturdays and Sundays and taking class for all of us. And we feel very sorry. What this Sunday going to college? Catching the bag. All small kids are looking at why his sister is going to college on Sundays. Did she fail any subject? What's the story? But KIET, we created a norm 2 years back. We decided in a semester, 6 months, minimum 2.5 months we'll work for Sundays. Semester? 6 months minimum, 2.5 months. 2 months is like 8 Sundays. 2.5 months is like 10 to 12 Sundays max. These Sundays will help us to connect with people like Praveen sir, other staff who are coming, who are taking up parallel classes. Second years, they have hackathons. Fourth years, yesterday, they have placements. I'll tell you good news. 3 companies did their recruitment yesterday. First company name is Mauritech. Can you spell the company name? Company name is Mauritech. They recruited 23 machine learning engineers. They selected only 3 colleges for the drive. One is KIET, second is Anits, third is Raghu. They've called 50 students. They picked up 23 in the interview. 10 students are from KIET, 12 are from Raghu and Anits. Job రాదు నీకు చెప్తున్నాను సరిగ్గా క్లాప్ కొట్టవద్దు. Okay, so this is a core job, core in AI. Good news is that 10 girls who there are 2 boys and 8 girls who cracked the placement. Okay, interesting thing is once they crack placements, 2025 pass out, they completed their course, still searching for jobs, we call them and send them for the interview. Thanks to KIET, we are taking care of them after they complete the course also. That's one. Second one is then is other company that's it's a Hyderabad based startup. Initially they pay 12,000 odd amount for 3 months. After that they pay 28,000. This is also pure AI course. Whatever subjects they have, if they are good in those subjects, they give some live real world projects and make them do. 3 girls cracked that placement yesterday. 10 plus 3. Okay, last company that was research center IIIT Hyderabad. IIIT recruits research engineers. They pay good amount. Initial stipend was 15,000 for first 6 months. 7th month onwards, once they get confirmed, they'll be paid 60,000 per month. That's into pure natural language processing, computer vision, okay, IoT. These are the areas, research areas where these students are supposed to work. Okay, so this is some latest update that we had in terms of placements. You all got adjusted in the 27-day program. Day scholars are coming by buses. Good news is from September 15th, we'll start our semi-residential program. What is that expression you mean? Semi-residential program. Did we tell you at the time of joining? No అంటూ ఇప్పుడు వెళ్ళిపో బ్యాగ్ సర్దుకుని నో అంట నో ఇటు కనపడదు సరిగ్గా. KIET is semi-residential. We work on weekends. 2 days you are supposed to stay in the hostel. Okay, all day scholars will be staying in hostel for 2 days, where in these 2 days you'll be spending more time on these important subjects, these assessments, hackathons. We have to introduce hackathons. Why we delayed a lot of other activities? All these subjects are important subjects. Praveen sir, these students have all important subjects in the first semester itself. Math, C programming, BEEE, drawing, all are not easily passed subjects. And that too we are non-autonomous. Non-autonomous is you don't have an excuse. You have to write JNTU exam and pass like your intermediate IP exam. Unless you put necessary efforts, listening to the class, taking this video, night you have to do your homework. If you don't do, simply if you wail your time and you want to read after 1 month or 20 days, it doesn't work like that. You should have your focus. BEEE words are taught yesterday and today. You have to practice it. Last year we did Viva test. You remember, sir? All those students, I was going to the second year classes. All those who attended the Viva did well, passed it, sir. Others who took it lightly, they have an area, they have to write it again. Writing areas is a big challenge for all of you. If you have an area, you'll have your extra load. This semester, third semester, you have 5 subjects. Areas, you have 2 areas. 5 plus 2, 7 is difficult for us. Agree, not agree? Especially these subjects. BEEE, please, you have to do at least 7-8 days minimum, daily 7 hours, 8 hours. You can't tell like you happy days I have to see. In first 100 days, I want to enjoy, dance, nothing chalega here. Okay, first is only 2 things here. One is pass engineering. Second is crack job. Can you repeat this? Pass engineering. That's it. We talk about weekends. Why we work is to provide placements to the students. I bring people from Microsoft, Google, Amazon to here on weekends. Weekdays, they are busy with their work. Why will they come? That's the reason we opted weekend classes. Wednesday is a holiday, that too for a period of 2.5 months or 3 months, whatever time it suits. Okay, so for anyway, we'll have a short homesick kind of a break for Dasara, but you have to focus on your classes and academics. By September 15th, we told you from day one, you should carry your laptop. From day one, we told you have to carry your laptop. Some of you are still adjusting to bring laptop. Don't delay it anymore. Laptop is a tool. Today we are talking about Code Vita kind of examination where you get internship in TCS and other companies. Only when you have laptop, things will move. If you don't have laptop, don't compare it with other colleges. If you compare it, you're spoiling your mind. If you're not interested, thank you so much. I'll give you certificates. You have 100 options. I have 100 students. I'm happy with who are the students. I was telling to all my team, this is Sushmita madam, and we were traveling from last 6-7 years, all the batches. This is one of the finest and neatest batches we have seen. Babu, nee manchi batch ani cheppanu ra. Avuna kada? Kada? సో ఎవడు ఎన్ని చెప్పినా మీరు నచ్చి కైట్తో జర్నీ చేస్తున్నారు. అగ్రీ నాట్ అగ్రీడ్? సో నచ్చింది ఏదో కట్టుకోండి. ఎవడో సీనియర్ ఒకడు ఏదో చెప్తాడు, ఆడు సరిగ్గా చదివితే ఆడు మనకు అది కూడా చదువుకోవాలి కదా. దిస్ ఇస్ ఆల్. మనం ఏం చెప్తున్నాం? చదివితేనే పాస్ అవుతారు, చదివితేనే పాస్ అయితేనే నీకు కాలేజ్ నచ్చుద్ది, ఉద్యోగం వస్తే ఇంకా బాగా నచ్చుద్ది, రాకపోతే తప్పెవరిది? నీది కాదు. నా పేరు రాసింది వెంటనే అమ్మాయి. సార్ ఉన్నారు, ఆయన చెప్పారు జాబ్ గ్యారంటీ చెప్పారు. నేను ఎవరికి జాబ్ గ్యారంటీ చెప్పలేదు, చెప్పను కూడా. ఇంత స్కిల్స్, ఇంత నాలెడ్జ్, ఇంత సబ్జెక్టు ఉంటేనే వస్తుంది, రాదు తెలియదు. మనం ఏంటి, మేము 4th years వీఆర్ డూయింగ్ అన్ ఎక్సర్సైజ్ సార్. 100 days like Big Boss house. 100 days we have been working with them, morning 7 to night 7. The kind of change we have seen in them. రానోళ్ళు కూడా ఉన్నారు, 250 students అన్నారు, మా వల్ల కాదన్నారు. It's okay. We can't put them into placements. It's okay. We can't put them into placement. అందుకే ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్లో ముందే అగ్రిమెంట్ రాసుకున్నాం. Those who are coming to our model, you have to be in the hostel for 2 days. Exams time 1 month. ఇక్కడే కూర్చొని చదువుతాం, రాత్రి పగలు సబ్జెక్టు. సార్ ఒక రోజు ఇన్వైట్ చేస్తాం, మీకు డౌట్స్ ఉంటే కూర్చొని క్లారిఫై చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఓకే, ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇస్, బరాక్ ఒబామా చెప్పాడు, ఎన్నో హర్డిల్స్ ఫేస్ చేసి ఉంటాడు బరాక్ ఒబామా. వైట్ టు బ్లాక్ ఫైట్లో ఎన్నో హర్డిల్స్ ఫేస్ చేసి పైకి వచ్చాడు. నో సండే, నో మండే, వర్క్ వర్క్ వర్క్, లెర్న్ లెర్న్ లెర్న్. అలా ఎఫర్ట్ పెడితే ఎంతో కొంత రిజల్ట్ వస్తుంది. అంతే తప్ప మనకు కుదిరినప్పుడు చదువుతాం. దిస్ ఆల్ ఇంజనీరింగ్. మీకు ఎవరెవరు ఏం చెప్పారో నాకు తెలియదు, ఈజీగా ఇంజనీరింగ్ అవ్వదు. మా లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ ఎస్ శ్రీనివాస్ గారు వాజ్ హెచ్ఓడి. 1100 స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆయన దగ్గర నుంచి బయటకు వెళ్తే 902 స్టూడెంట్స్ ఎట్ ఏ టైం పాస్ అయ్యి వెళ్ళారు. నాన్ అటానమస్లో 900 స్టూడెంట్స్ వెళ్ళారు. ఉమెన్స్లో 323 గర్ల్స్ ఉంటే 290 గర్ల్స్ క్లియర్డ్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ ఎట్ ఏ టైం. మిగిలిన వాళ్ళందరూ ఇంకా M1 రాస్తున్నారు. మీకు అర్థమైందా? ఫెయిల్ అయితే ఏ సబ్జెక్ట్ ఫెయిల్ అవుతున్నారు? ఆ M1 ఆ BEEE ఏదో ఒకటి దాచుకుంటున్నారు. అది సింపుల్గా చదువుకోమన్నప్పుడు చదువుకోరు. ఒక అమ్మాయి వచ్చిందండి, నేను అమెరికా వెళ్ళిపోవాలంట. అంటే మీకు నెగిటివ్స్ చెప్పకూడదు నేను, కానీ M1 దాసింది. అన్ని సబ్జెక్టులు అయిపోయినాయి పాపం. ఎన్నిసార్లు రాసిందో చూడండి పాపం, 10 times రాసి క్లియర్. ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు చెప్పినప్పుడు విందో ఏదో ఆలోచిస్తుంది, ఏదో థియరీ చెప్తుంది. హాస్టల్కి రమ్మంటే ఏదో స్టైల్ కొడుతుంది, ఇంటికి వెళ్ళిపోవాలి, ఇంట్లో ఎవడో బెంగెట్టేసుకున్నాడంటే ఏదేదో చెప్తుంది. ఏదేదో చెప్తే మనకి ఇక్కడ రిజల్ట్ రాదు. సార్ వచ్చారు, సార్కి రెస్పెక్ట్ ఇవ్వాలి, మన క్లాస్ టీచర్కి రెస్పెక్ట్ ఇవ్వాలి, వాళ్ళు చెప్పింది వినాలి. నీకు నీ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ లేదంటే ఇప్పుడే చెప్పు. జస్ట్ 27 days ఒక క్లారిటీ. బాధపడిపోతూ నువ్వు బాధపడొద్దు, మమ్మల్ని బాధ పెట్టద్దు. నేను క్లియర్గా మాట్లాడుతున్నానే, అన్న డౌట్ ఉందా మీకు నేను మాట్లాడే దాంట్లో? ఎల్లో షర్ట్ చెప్పాలి నువ్వే. ఓ ఆడు చెవు గిల్లెత్తున్నావు, గెలట్లేదా? So once again, thank you Praveen sir. Sorry I interrupted your class. Thanks to all the subject teachers, Amrita madam and all other staff members. Experience journey of KIET. Okay, cultural programs and all we'll do very soon. We'll plan DJs and other programs for you. Are interested? No. Hyderabad KIET interested? No. చెప్పు yes or no. ఇంకంత నీరసంగా అలా KIET గుర్తుందా? నేను చెప్పాను ఫస్ట్లో హైదరాబాద్ వెళ్ళాలని. మరి ఏం మాట్లాడలేదు మీరు. వర్షాలు వచ్చినాయి, వైజాగ్ క్రికెట్ మ్యాచ్ అనుకున్నాం, వర్షంలో అది పోయింది. ఏదోటి వస్తుంది. బట్ వీ నీడ్ టు డూ లాట్ ఆఫ్ ప్లానింగ్. KIOT is we should go with some content. We should go with some content to companies. We'll focus only on subjects, please. No kabaddi, cricket, those are all secondary points. First, our focus should be, once we go to Hyderabad, we are searching for internships. We should talk to companies. We should see what's their work exposure. Tell them clearly, I'm coming in next 9 months or next 12 months. We should have that call knowledge set. You should carry your laptops, give you a presentation, LinkedIn profiles. You should do a small project. PLG groups will be activated to you very shortly. Okay. Sir, sorry, I have taken more time. Thank you very much for it.
Thank you, sir. Last. Madam, they're asking for 5 minutes break. Can we give? Minutes. Only 5 minutes. Written in 5 minutes. Otherwise, superposition theorem will not complete now. That is up to you. I will come again September 13. Amma, settle down. We'll start now. Amma, we got these two equations. Amma, settle down. We'll start. Okay, we got these two equations. How can we solve these two equations? Okay. What is the first equation? 6i1 minus 2i2 minus 20. Second equation is minus 2i1 plus 14i2 minus 10 is equal to 0. How can you solve these equations? Minus 2i1 plus 14i2 minus 10 is equal to 0. This is the second equation. Okay. So solve these two equations. How can you solve these two equations? How can you solve these two equations? I1 left side 6 is there. I1 left side 2 is available. So multiply second equation with respect to 6. Multiply equation 1 with respect to 2. Okay. Now these two equations remodified as 12i1 minus 4i2 minus 40 is equal to 0. And then minus 12i1 plus 4. 84i2 minus 60 is equal to 0. So solve these equations, you will get a required answer. 80i2 minus 100 is equal to 0. I2 is equal to 100 by 80. What is the value of I2? How much? 1.25 amps. Substitute this I2 value in any one equation, you will get a I1 value. You do that one. Okay. What is the value of I1 now? I1 is 3.75. What is the question? Actually, what is the question? Determine the current through 7 ohm. Determine the current through 7 ohm resistor. What is the value now? I2 value. Yes. So finally you write down the current through 7 ohm. The current through 7 ohm resistor is 1.25. The current through 7 ohm resistor is 1.25. Okay. So this is the way of doing the mesh analysis. So two problems is enough. Remaining I have given 12 problems with a solution also. So kindly practice that one. Practice. Total 14 problems are enough. Okay. So you will get the knowledge by solving that 14 problems. Okay. Right. Now we'll move to the next topic called superposition theorem. Superposition theorem. Okay. So actually I said that we can apply mesh analysis for any circuit. We can apply mesh analysis for any circuit. Even though why we require to study superposition theorem? Why we require to study theorems? So generally what is meant by theorem? Why we have to apply the theorem means theorem is nothing but, we can say, step-by-step procedure to get the required parameter in a less time. It is a theorem. For example, if you take any theorem, it is having its own steps, and we can solve this theorem for problem by applying the theorem with a less time. But as far as syllabus is concerned, you are having superposition theorem. Okay. Now you tell me, are you understand about mesh analysis now? If you understand mesh analysis, then you are able to solve the superposition theorem. Otherwise, no. If you are unable to understand mesh analysis, then you are unable to solve the superposition theorem. Okay, right. Now we'll move to the superposition theorem. So, what is the statement of superposition theorem? What is the statement of superposition theorem? So, statement is converted into problem. If you understand the statement, which is nothing but problem, you are able to solve the problem. Okay, you are able to solve the problem. Now, what is the statement of superposition theorem? What is the statement of superposition theorem? I will explain. Okay. So, superposition theorem states that in any linear bilateral network, okay, contains two or more sources. So it so for example, a problem consisting of only single source. A problem consisting of single source. No, we are unable to apply superposition theorem. We cannot get. So one of the limitation is, okay, what is the limitation? For single source circuits, for single source circuit, we cannot apply superposition theorem. That is the one of the limitation. What is the limitation? For example, a problem consisting of only voltage source. No, we cannot apply. We cannot apply superposition theorem. Second one is for nonlinear circuits. For nonlinear circuits, we cannot apply superposition theorem. Third one is for power calculations. For power calculations, by using superposition theorem, we cannot do. We cannot get. So there are the three limitations for the superposition theorem. We cannot apply the superposition theorem for single source circuits. We cannot apply superposition theorem for nonlinear elements or nonlinear circuits, and we cannot apply superposition theorem for power calculation. Power calculation means I square R. Okay, power is nothing but I square R. Okay, right. These are the three limitations. Now, that is the limitations. Now, in any linear bilateral network contains two or more sources, not single source. It should be minimum of two or more sources. The response in any element, what do you mean by response here? Response may be current, response may be voltage. Means current in any circuit. Okay, the statement. Okay, this statement is converted into problem. Okay, while solving we'll apply this one statement to the problem. Okay. So response in any element is equal to algebraic summation of response in the same elements by considering individual source keeping all other sources inactive. Keeping all other sources inactive. Very big statement. Yes? Very big statements. Okay. So, I repeat, in any linear bilateral network contains two or more sources. The response in any element. Okay. What does it mean by response here? Maybe current, maybe voltage. The response in any element is equal to, it will become equal. That is LHS. Response means current. LHS is equal to algebraic summation of the response in the same element. We have to add the responses in the same element. Okay. When we considering individual source, for example, a problem consisting of a 2 voltage source, what you have to do? Consider only 1 voltage source. What is the current in a R3, for example? Consider second voltage source. What is the current in a R3? Add these two currents. When we are considering voltage 1, V1, what is the current in a R3? Consider V2, what is the current in R3? Add these two. Add both. By considering individual source, keeping all other sources inactive. Means V1 is present. What about V2? Absent. V2 is present. What about V1? Absent. So that is the meaning. Okay. Algebraic summation of the response in the same element by considering individual source. You have to consider only one voltage source in the same element by keeping remaining elements, remaining sources inactive. They are absent. Inactive means absent. Okay. So this is the statement. So this can be explained by doing the problem or by taking one general circuit. Okay. You written? If you are not written, no need to worry. Notes is there. But kindly understand. So this is the problem. So I am taking general example. So this is the problem where problem consisting of two voltage sources. For example, if I taken only one source, what happened? We cannot apply superposition theorem. This is V1, this is V2, this is R1, this is R2, R3. How many sources are there? Two sources. Okay. So see here, superposition theorem states that how can we do this problem? How can we solve the problem? For example, the current in a R2. Let us say it may be I3. Let us say the current is I3. Okay. So in any linear bilateral network contains two or more sources. The response in any element. Response means current. So current in any element means current in a R3 is equal to, yes, in any linear bilateral network contains two or more sources, the response in R3, the current in R3 is equal to algebraic summation of the response in the same element in the R2 by considering V1. By considering V1, what about V2? Absent. By considering V2, what about V1? Absent. You add both currents, that will become RHS. So this is LHS is equal to that remaining two currents. Let us name it as I4 and I5. How we are getting I4 and I5? RHS. See, how we are getting this RHS, I4 and I5? By considering individual source. By considering individual source, keeping remaining sources are inactive. What is the current in R2? See, name it as step 1. V1 is equal to present, is equal to present. V2 is equal to absent. Or you can say V2 is equal to 0. Or you can say V2 is inactive. Keeping all other sources inactive. Okay. Then by applying this condition, the circuit will remodified as V1 is present. V2 is not available. V2 is absent. Calculate the current in the circuit by considering V1. What about V2? Inactive. What is the current? I4. I4. You note down how can you get I4? That is by your mesh analysis. That is up to you. Okay. Next one. Next one. Step 2. This current is I4. Okay. Step 2. V1 is absent. V1 is absent. What about V2? Present. What about V1? 0. So by applying this condition, the circuit will modify as V1 is absent. This is R1. This is R2. This is R3. V2 is present. What about V1? V1 is 0. What is the current in R2 now? I5. So if you add I4 and I5, how you are finding I4? By considering V1. What about V2? V2 is not there. Circuit is remodifying. Okay. So apply mesh analysis for this circuit. What is the current in R2 you find out? This is general. Okay. Apply mesh analysis for this circuit. V2 is there. What about V1? V1 is absent. What is the current now? I5. So I4 plus I5 is nothing but RHS. Nothing but RHS. No need to do LHS, okay? No need to do LHL. LHS, how you will get? LHS is nothing but for the given problem, you will get I3. For the given problem, you will get I3. So LHS should be equal to RHS. So by using mesh analysis, by using superposition theorem, calculate current through R2 means you have to do first step, you have to do second step, add the both currents, that will become, if you add that one, I4 we'll do the one problem. Actually, two problems we require, but time permits, we'll do two problems. Otherwise, we'll complete by one problem. Yesterday, we had taken up to 5. Yesterday, not now. Yesterday, AID students maybe. AID. 445 up to we taken. So we'll do one problem. Write down quickly. Write down quickly. For any problem, what you have to do? For any problem, two sources are there. Keep only one voltage source, what is the current? Keep one voltage source, what is the current? Add both currents. That will become RHS. You have to calculate by I4 plus I5. That is RHS. No need to calculate LHS. Okay? No need to calculate LHS. If you add that both currents, it will become the LHS value. Okay, what is the LHS? For the circuit, what is the current? That is I3. Did you written? Now by taking values, now we'll do. Okay? We are running out of time. Please be silent. We'll complete. We'll do one problem. Calculate current through 5 ohm resistor by using superposition theorem. Calculate current through 5 ohm resistor by using superposition theorem. For this, you have to know about mesh analysis. You have to know about mesh analysis. Amma, theory is available in the notes. No need to worry. Problems are not available. This problem is different. I'm sharing the notes. That is the different. That problem is also different. So we'll do this problem here. Okay. So the question is, by using superposition theorem, calculate current through 5 ohm resistor. By using superposition theorem, calculate current through 5 ohm resistor. Okay, what you have to do now? How many sources are there? Two sources. Step 1 is consider 1 voltage source, calculate the current through 5 ohm resistor. Step 2 is calculate keeping 20 voltage source, what is the current in a 5 ohm resistor. Okay, right. V1 is 10, V2 is 0. Okay, circuit remodified as only remove 20 voltage source. What is the value here? The voltage is becoming 0 now. Here how much? 10 voltage source. Okay. 3 ohm, 5 ohm, 6 ohm, 1 ohm. Now for this circuit, are you able to find out the current through 5 ohm? By applying mesh analysis. By applying mesh analysis, calculate current through 5 ohm. Plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. So this is I1. This is I2. What is the current through 5 ohm? I1 minus I2. Yes. What is the first equation? What is the first equation? 3I1 plus 5 into I1 minus I2 plus I1 into 1 minus 10 is equal to 0. Okay, that will become 9I1 minus 5I2 minus 10 is equal to 0. The same way, what is second equation? What is second equation? Second equation is 14I2 minus 5I1 is equal to 0. So this is the equation 1, this is the equation 2. Solve these two equations. Solve these two equations. Is it theorem? Yes, superposition theorem. Now, for superposition theorem, no need to calculate these equations. You have to enter the equations in the calculator. Amma, listen. While doing mesh analysis, you have to solve these two equations. While doing superposition theorem, no need to calculate these equations. Enter in this in the calculator, scientific calculator, you will get the answer. Okay. Can anyone will provide me scientific calculator? I will explain how can you enter that equations. There is a mode is there or setup is there. Enter that. In that there is a name equation. In that setup or mode, there is a name called equation. How many unknowns are there? 2 unknowns. It is asking about how many unknowns. You press 2 unknowns. Okay. After that, I repeat, there is a mode is there for the scientific calculator or setup is there. Setup. There you press, it will display the different names. Okay. You move forward. Next. There is a name called equation. Is it there? Equation is there? Not there? Equation is there? Equation you press. Then it is asking about how many unknowns are there. How many unknowns are there? 2. Press 2. Press 2. 2 unknowns I have to find out. After that, enter. After that, enter. Okay. Then it asks about, see, it is opens like this. After entering 2, it opens like this. What is the I1 left side value? 9. 9, enter. 9, enter. Enter means equal to. Then what is I2 value? Minus 5. First one is I1. Next one is I2. Next one 10. 10 means constant. Constant. So it should be opposite to the value. It is minus 10. Enter in the calculator as 10. Second equation. Minus 5I1. 14I2. Is there any constant is available? No. So 9 is equal to minus 5 is equal to 10 is equal to minus 5 is equal to 14 is equal to 0 is equal to. Then it will display x is equal to and then y is equal to. You tell me what is the value? X is nothing but I1 value. Y is nothing but I2 value. So please keep in mind that the constant value is there na minus 10 or minus 30. That should be opposite. If it is minus 10 is there, you enter 10. If it is plus 10 is there, you enter minus. In the calculator. Okay? What is the value you got? You tell me. What is the value? Tell me. Chesnara vachinda? అంటే మా ఇది 1 and 2 వస్తుంది. Mode. Again, equation. Enter check. 1. Then how many unknowns? 2. Right. It is asking like this. It is 1947 calculator. 9. Enter. Minus 5. మరి క్యాలిక్యులేటర్లో కాన్స్టెంట్ ప్లస్ ఎంటర్ చేయాలా మైనస్ ఎంటర్ చేయాలా ఐ డోంట్ నో. ఒకసారి వేరే దాంట్లో చూడాలి. ఇది ఓకే, బట్ for this calculator what is the value of constant I don't know. Which calculator? Amma calculator. Which one? First one. Amma minus means minus 5 means you have to enter minus here. Minus. Not this minus. Minus 5. So I1 is equal to 1.386. Okay, did you got same thing? Then it is correct only. So I1 is equal to 1.386. I2 is equal to 0.495. Okay. So for the superposition theorem, no need to calculate the equations. Calculator will calculate the equations. It will give the direct values of I1 and I2 for only superposition theorem, not for mesh analysis. For mesh analysis, you have to do, and then you verify whether you got correct or not. You verify. Okay, right. Okay. Then after getting I1, I2, what we have to do? I1 minus I2. Current through 5 ohm resistor is I1 minus I2. Okay. How much? I1 minus I2, how much? Enter check. Do. Equation mode setup. Equation. Where is the equation? Press 3. Press 3. PRESS. Press 3. Not plus 3. Hello. Mode. You are entered. Equation how much? 5. It is asking about first one. Okay. One you enter. One means 7 you are entering. Now you enter here. 9 minus 5, 10. 9 enter. 9 enter. Enter equal to. Then minus 5. Enter. 10. 10 means 7. 10 enter. Then minus 5 enter. Then 14 enter. 0 enter. Enter again enter. So it is 140 by 107. SD is there. SD. Press that one. 1.386. Then enter. This is Y value, I2 value. Enter SD. Yes. Andarki cheppu. Okay. Now second step is, what is the value of I1 minus I2? I1 minus I2 is equal to how much? 0.89. 89 only. I1 minus I2. Okay. 881. Good. 0.891 is the first step. Second step, remodify the circuits. Yes. Step 2. What is the first equation? If you remember these two equations, by practice you will get. If you remember these two equations, you will get. So first equation is 10I1 9I1 minus 5I2 is equal to 0. Second equation is 6, 4, 10, 11. Second equation 6, 4, 11 I2 11I2 minus 5I1 plus 20 is equal to 0. This is the equation 1, this is the equation 2. For this problem is correct. Second equation. It is 14I2 or 11I2. Huh? 11I2 అమ్మా, ఇక్కడ నాకు చెప్పరు ఎందుకు మీరు? అమ్మా silence. Solve these two equations. Solve these two equations, you will get the answer. Add, this is I1 minus I2, step 1 answer. Step 2 answer, I1 minus I2. Add both equations, that will become answer. That will become RHS, answer. By considering 10 voltage source, what is the current? By considering the 20 voltage source, what is the current? Okay. Here you enter wrong one. చెప్పాలి, మీరు చెప్పట్లేదు. For this circuit, 6, 11 I2 minus 5I1 is equal to 0. Here 9I1 minus 5I2 is equal to 0. 11I2 minus I1 plus 20 is equal to 0. Okay. Here what is the equation now? 9 minus 5, 0. Minus 5, 11 minus 20. Here 9 minus 5, 10. Minus 5, 11, 0. In the calculator you have to enter. You will get I1 value, you will get I2 value. Here you will get I1 value, I2 value. Here you will get I1 value, I2 value. I1 minus I2. I1 minus I2. Add both currents, which will become RHS. Which will become RHS. Okay. What is the time now? మరి అప్పుడే అల్లరి చేస్తారమ్మా మీరు మరి? ఎక్కడ? ఫస్ట్ స్టెప్, సెకండ్ స్టెప్. ఈ I1 minus I2 ఇది కరెక్ట్. 0.891 కరెక్ట్ కాదు కదా? కరెక్టా? Enter this one. What is the value? Tell me. 9 minus 5, 10 minus 5, 11, 0. What is the value of I1? What is the value of I2? What is the value of I1 minus I2? Here also enter here. What is the value of I1? What is the value of I2? What is the value of I1 minus I2? So add both I1 minus I2 in step 1, I1 minus I2 in step 2. Add both currents, that will become RHS. So this is the way of doing the superposition theorem. This is the way of doing the superposition theorem. Consider only one voltage source, what is the current? Consider only one voltage source, what is the current? Okay? ఎంతవరకు 4 వరకేనా ఇంకా ఎక్స్టెన్షనా 5 వరకంట okay, okay, you tell me what is the value now. చెప్పండి అమ్మా, what is I1 I2? What is that I1? 1.38. I2? Did you enter this value? No, you enter this value. Not 14, 11 it is. You enter this one, what is the value? Tell me. $1.48. This one. Here. Here, what is I1? Here, enter here. This one. Minus. Huh? Minus 10 na. Here. I2. Minus. If you enter this one, it is getting same value. I1 minus I2. Add both currents. Add both currents. Correct na ఇది? Enter చేయండి అమ్మా, సేమ్ ఏనా? You enter this one, 9 minus 5 0 minus 5 11 minus 20. 9 minus 5 0 minus 5 11 minus 20. You కాదా? I1 is in second step I1 1.3 1 point I2 2 point minus 2.43. I1 minus I2 1.353 minus of minus means 2.43. How much? How much? 3.783. Add both currents. This current 0.81 and 3.783. Add both currents. That is the answer. RHS. Okay. Amma, calculate current through 6 ohm resistor by using superposition theorem. Calculate current through 6 ohm resistor by using superposition theorem. You are not doing, I will do fast. Okay. So what we have to do now? Calculate current through 6 ohm resistor by using superposition theorem. What you have to do? For step 1. టైం అయిపోయిందా? అయిపోయింది 2 నిమిషాలు. 4 క్లోజ్ చేద్దాం. నాకు 4 అయితే నాకు చెప్పేసి. రైట్. హలో. సెకండ్ స్టెప్. Amma, I will write down the equation. You calculate after reaching home. I will write down the equation. Okay. What is the equation for this? Only consider 20 voltage source, 10 voltage source is absent. Second step, only consider 10 voltage source, 20 voltage source is absent. Okay. What is the equation for this? 9I1 minus 6I2 plus 20 is equal to 0. 8I2 minus 6I1 minus 20 is equal to 0. What is I1? You find out. What is I2? You find out. I1 minus I2 is equal to what is the value? Okay. In second step, 9I1 minus 6I2 is equal to 0. Second equation is 8I2 minus 6I1 plus 10 is equal to 0. What is I1? You find out. What is I2? You find out. What is I1 minus I2? You find out. Add this. So add this both currents. I1 minus I2, I1 minus I2 from step 1. That is I1 minus I2. Step 1, I1 minus I2, step 2. Step 1, step 2. Add both. You will get the answer. So this is the way of doing the superposition theorem. Okay. So I already shared the required notes and problems with solution with answer. Kindly practice. Okay. I will come in September 13. We will continue next topic. Okay. Right. Kindly calculate this one. Thank you.
రే ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ ఫిల్ చేయాలి. మా అన్ని క్లాస్ గ్రూప్ లోనే వచ్చింది కదా. ఏ బ్రాంచ్? బ్రాంచ్ డే స్కాలర్సా ఈ ఫోన్ లిఫ్ట్ చేయట్లేదు వీడు.
మాట్లాడి చెప్తున్నా బాబు